What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another tremendous video. It has been way too long since I've been online, and Millions, I know that you have been busy as well in real life. And there's one of those things that a lot of people say is family comes first, and when you just gotta maintain real life, man. I mean, and the most important thing is I hope everybody out there is doing well. We haven't gone anywhere. I know I haven't. Millions, I know you haven't. So we just want to really and truly check in. And I see we already got 7 people watching. So if you guys would just check in the comments, and this is
Awesome.
really going to be a dinner time style conversation. We're going to talk about it a bit, as my friend Millions would say, and just check in. Millions, everything's been pretty just bland and dull recently, right?
Yeah, flat as a pancake, mate. But there's been a few things that have been pumping this week. I've noticed Pulse Chain has been on a bit of a rip, and also our very own Topaz DEX has been on an absolute tear the last 2 days. I think it's up like 150+%. So there's a few interesting things going on, but yeah, real life has been way more. I don't know what the word is, but it's been way more interesting than the overall crypto market has been. So yeah, I've had a few things to deal with. Our apartment flooded, so that was been really bad. That was like 2 days ago, and it was like water world. So we've had some things to deal with. So that's been kind of keeping me busy. Luckily, we've got 2 bathrooms in this apartment, so one of them's totally out of commission. There's no ceiling on it basically at the moment.
Jeez.
So there's been tons of crazy stuff going on. But yeah, the owners in the complex have been amazing. So they've been getting everything sorted out for us. We haven't had to really lift a finger. So so it's been sort of a crazy sort of a few days. But yeah, in terms of the market, it's not particularly eventful right now. Bitcoin's just constantly hanging around the same sort of choppy sort of area. But of course, if you're yield farming, that's a great thing at the moment. So if you're in something like Topaz or SUI DEX or anything like that, and you're doing a bit of yield farming, it's a good time to earn some fees doing that. So I've definitely been doing that. I've got some Bitcoin, I've got some blue chips, some stables doing some work for me. And I know that Topaz have been doing a lot. They've been like shipping. They've been seriously shipping, and so much so, in fact, that I didn't even see the AMA today, and I haven't caught up.
I didn't see it either.
What they've done.
I gotta check it out.
They've got some new products. Yeah, let's check that out like in real time together today, because there's some really cool stuff going on with that as well.
And guys, listen, we're gonna talk about everything tonight, because the title of my videos, we're going to talk about Tree Token. We're also going to talk about Topaz. We're going to talk about SUI DEX. Millions, you're going to have to be the guide in Pulse Chain, because I've never been in that world before. So when we get in that, man, let me let's pull up.
Yeah, we can touch on that.
Let me get a couple of windows open here so we can have this conversation, sir.
If anyone's in the chat and they want us to look at anything particular, or want us to to cover anything, just drop it in there, or just drop in and say hi. It's nice to know who's watching, because I can't see that from here, who's actually watching. So it's nice to know who's here with us.
Let's see. All right, here we go. All right, so let me pull up let's get Trading View out. So you weren't lying, man, about everything being stale. It has basically been stale since this peak right here shows October the 8th of last year, and the total market cap has gone down ever since. And that's total with Bitcoin. That's the total market cap minus Bitcoin. And then that is alts right there. So you can see when Topaz launched. That's way down there. All right, let's jump over to where you want to go. Let's see, where is it? No, that's not in trading. This is trading view. Let me pull up DEX screener. Tell them out of my rhythm, Millions.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. How long has it been since we've done a live stream?
My gosh, at least a month.
Well, it's got to be 2 months, probably.
Yeah,
there's so much going on.
So this is the Topaz chart. Obviously, this is launch price, sacrifice price right here. Now, I have seen so many wavering opinions on this chart. And if you look at it since that, you go, wow, what a winning chart. But I can tell you this, talking about Topaz, and whenever I've done AMAs with Richie on this, there's a lot of products that we're going to dig into, but I can tell you this, it pays out every week. And that's the key to it. I've been earning Bitcoin, BNB, I think some USDT, and then some SpaceX digital stock off of that as well. So, I mean, it's in auto mode for me. So, I mean, it's paying out just fine. Where will we go for the products? Is there a link we need to go to? Portfolio, govern.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something today I think that came out called Flow, and it's basically what they're doing is that they're making DeFi basically accessible to everyone. So you don't it's a great way of onboarding people into DeFi. Yeah, it would explain it a little better, but they've got something called Flow, which is like an automated system of earning yield, and they've got obviously their automated voting as well. So you don't have to be a genius in DeFi or to really understand it at all to get involved in and start earning with Topaz. So I think what they're doing is they're lowering the bar of what you need to know in order to get in and get started earning your first few bucks in DeFi.
It sounds like they're doing onboarding like Slush is doing, to where you can put in a Gmail account and do it that way.
Yeah, I think they've got an option similar to that as well. So what I think what they're doing is really necessary in DeFi. I think the thing that stops a lot of people from getting involved is just the fact they just don't understand it, and people are busy. They don't always have the time to to deep dive and research like we do. But it's a great way of saying, look, all you have to do is this, and this, and you can start earning. Everything, everything is compounded for you. Your profits are paid out for you automatically, back into your wallet. I think this Flow product is basically pays you out in USDT. It's all real yield, of course, with Topaz. Everything's
that's one of the that's one of the relays, I think.
Right. Okay. So it's part of the relay thing. Okay.
It's got to be, because they have. Okay. Now I know where to go.
Yeah.
It's right in here. Yeah. So I've got two locks. I've got the one in the beginning that we got on launch, and then what I've been doing with this one here, Millions, is I did a separate lock. And what I did is I put this in the maxi relay, to where it goes through all the processes every week. It votes, it pays back out, and then it'll put it back into Topaz. Now, the one on here that you were talking about, and you were spot on here it is, relays. Here it is right here. So this is the one I'm doing right now. It's Topaz Maxi. It votes every epoch, claims everything it earns, converts it to Topaz, and locks it straight back in, so your V Topaz and voting power grow on their own. So in other words, the other lock that I've got, it's growing on autopilot, which is great.
Nice.
And then
you've got the Topaz compound one there, and presuming that pays you profit in USDT. Is that right?
Correct. So some people, they were saying, well, I want to do this, but I want to put a little money in my pocket every week, and to do it automatically would be great. So on this, it's votes every epoch, Topaz rewards compound straight back into your lock, and everything else is converted into USDT you can claim. So one is compounding, and the
Nice.
other one it compounds, but it also pulls out some USDT as well. On these, there's no minimum time to leave them in. Through an epoch, you'd have to leave them in, but on this, you can withdraw. You can withdraw it out, and you can put it in the other one if you want to switch up your strategy once the bag you have gets big enough.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it looks super streamlined. I mean, I haven't used the relays yet.
And just why not?
I used
like you see them fill in or something.
What are the automated pools called? I need to remind myself on all this. I've been out of the game for
automated pools are
I was using the
here.
Bitcoin USDT.
They were the vaults.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into these yet.
I'm in the Bitcoin USDT. Yeah, they work a charm. They basically just compound for you and keep on building the position. So it claims your Topaz automatically and just reinvest it back into whatever position you've got. So your position just keeps on growing. So if you're someone who just, you're in pools to grow your position, which I know a lot of people are, especially, during these sort of flat market times, it's a really, really good way to do it because you can just stick your assets in there or zap them in. You don't even have to divvy them up 50-50. You can just zap in whatever one of the tokens is, and it will just keep on compounding your Topaz back in to that position. So every day I end up with a little bit more Bitcoin and USDT back into that position. So
so that's the vault you're in is the third one.
Yeah, Bitcoin USDT, and during busy times like the last couple of weeks, obviously I've been getting little man ready for his little kindergarten and stuff, and all so much family stuff going on. I haven't had time to be at the computer too much checking stuff like I normally am. So it's a great way of just leaving it, set and forget. It just rolls and rolls and rolls, and I can turn it back on, and my position's grown a little. So it's I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the vaults, and I've been doing my voting though manually still. I think it's just because yesterday I was going to have a look into the automated sort of stuff, but I just didn't have time. So I just did what I normally do and picked my own stuff as per normal, and it paid as per normal. So I mean. Topaz launched obviously at a time when I think most people were expecting the market to go up when it actually came down, which is you can't always predict these things, but the product itself is, in my opinion, exceptional, and the team, in my opinion, is exceptional, and to be building like this in some of the most boring market or perceivably boring market situations is a great thing. I think someone commented something on X the other day, so I was putting out some really positive stuff about Topaz, and someone commented and said, oh, it's like everything, your 10k position's probably worth 500 now, blah blah blah. So I did the maths and basically proved that wasn't the case, because the price is down around 50%, maybe just under 50% from the sacrifice price. I believe.
Put the ruler on it.
If my quick maths is anything to be, but anyway, so call it around 49-50%. But also we've been getting rebases on top of that. So every week I've been getting another 22,000 tokens to offset any inflation. So that's been going in, and then I'm earning from the voting every single week. So that the higher the price of the token goes back, obviously that feeds into the rest of the ecosystem, and we earn more from our voting. So it's a very, very positive position, I believe, that Topaz is in at the moment, considering what they're shipping out. And those guys don't ever seem to sleep. So I don't quite know how they do it. I can't even keep up with it. So I need to have a whole day catching up and everything. But yeah, I mean, that's why sometimes it's nice to come on stream and just look at it with everyone else, because we all get busy sometimes, and I'm no different. So it's nice to catch up with everyone and look through it all. And if anyone's got any comments or anything, chuck them in. You know, we can discuss. So
hey, I know that pretty lady right there.
Hola, Bernadette.
That's the crypto missus watching. Let's see. We got Speaker
Freaker
Freaker
in the house.
Hope all is good, Millionz.
All is good, brother. I hope things are with you as well. A fellow Pulse Chain enjoyer. And we've got
Cryptonomous
I never
X.
pronounced this right. Cryptonomous. That's right. He's in the house. Good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us tonight. And yeah, I think I've pronounced it wrong 3 times, so I've kind of given up. But he's a good guy.
I did 3 times in my brain, so we're even. I can tell you this, Millionz.
Perfect.
Talking about Topaz and voting, you don't have to vote every week, and that's what I've enjoyed.
No.
So
I mean, even if you do what I do at the moment with the manual voting, if you forget, if it gets to Wednesday and you're out doing shopping or whatever you're doing, and you suddenly think, "Damn, I haven't done my voting," don't panic, because your positions that you selected from the previous week will remain. They might not be the best positions for that week, for that epoch, but they will vote for you. So you're not going to miss out entirely. So I think that's a very useful thing to have, because in previous times when I've used these types of systems, that hasn't been the case. If you forget, you missed for the epoch, you know. But with the relays and the vaults and stuff like that, you never have to worry about it. It's totally like hands off, set and forget, go and read the paper, go and have a dump, do whatever you're doing. You don't even have to worry about any of it. So they're doing good work, you know, in the automation side of things. I think really, really good. So big shout out to Topaz and the team. So I'm really excited to see what this looks like when the overall market conditions improve, because there's not many teams out there building like this. You know, I don't get up the backside of people too much in general, but I do like to give credit where it's due, and these guys are doing really, really good work in my opinion. So,
Pulse Chain, what is your favorite assets in Pulse Chain?
Well, I hold all of the what you'd call the core tokens. So you've got PLS, you know, the native token. You've got Pulse X, which is part of the Pulse X exchange. So it's like the native token for the exchange. You've got Hex, which I think most people have heard of. You've got 2 types of Hex, and you've got INC token. All of them, I believe, are up this week. I am still, don't roast me too much, I'm still bullish on PDI. I still think that could be the absolute game changer. Some people disagree with that, but to see that peg to $1 would obviously be, well, I mean, bullish wouldn't even cover it if that happened. But
wow, look at PDI.
Yeah, I mean, that's rocking just like everything else is at the moment on Pulse Chain. So hopefully, because it's been a long time down, a very, very long time down. A lot of the big guys, a lot of the whales have exited the system. They've all got out. They've shaken out. Well, they've done multiple shakeouts of what you call, you know, weak hands. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. You know, have we seen the bottom now? Is that on the way up now as an ecosystem? I mean, I'm very much, and I'll cover this a bit more later on, but in terms of having a proper decentralized blockchain, you know, Pulse Chain is there. That is the one in terms of a completely decentralized blockchain. So I support it for those reasons as well, because, you know, as you know, I'm into privacy and sovereignty, as you can see in my backdrop there, which I'll discuss later. But Pulse Chain definitely fits in with that. Complete decentralized. You know, it's yeah. I would love to see this thing really, 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 really go. So $1 Hex, please. $1 PLS, please. That'd be great. And $1 PDI, please. That's what I'm asking for. So we will see what the crypto gods give us on that one. But yeah, I'm still a supporter of Pulse Chain. I haven't sold any, basically. There's been no point selling. I bought originally at some pretty good prices, so I'm just in it for the long run with this one. I don't need the money for my Pulse Chain portfolio. This time, maybe a year, when would it have been? Not that long ago. Last time I was in Mexico, I'm trying to think when that was. Maybe at the end of maybe 18 months ago.
Yeah.
My portfolio was looking extremely healthy in Pulse Chain. Things changed drastically. So I've not sold anything. I just leave it on a ledger and wake me up when PDI pegs. That's basically it.
Yeah. It's looks like February 23rd. If you would have bought in then, you'd be up 461%. But I know some people got in cheaper than that. So that's really good.
Yeah. The diehards are still there. So,
Yeah.
And nothing's changed in terms of the tech. So that's and technically, I mean, I guess you could say that a proper bull market now, like a real one, would be Pulse Chain's first bull run. So
yeah, because it looks like it came out in April of last year.
It was longer than that. I wasn't involved in the Pulse Chain sacrifice. I didn't do the sacrifice. I didn't know much about Pulse Chain at that time.
Yeah.
And I actually got in at way better prices than the sacrifice. So a lot of people did the sacrifice and were expecting it to go straight to the moon. It didn't.
Yeah.
It came all the way back down. And I didn't even know about Pulse Chain until it was like rock bottom, when everyone was crying. So I was buying in then. So I guess it was a gift in disguise in many respects. But yeah, I've got no intention of selling at these sort of levels. I think it's got a lot of potential upside. So I don't know if anyone in the comments is in Pulse Chain. If you are, let us know what your favorite sort of tokens are, what you're most sort of bullish on in terms of the tokens. Are you into the cores? Are you into the memes? Are you into the PDIs? Are you into, I mean, you've got PTGC as well, the Grays currency and stuff like that, which got some great sort of tokenomics going on. So it's a pretty cool ecosystem. I don't really do videos on it. I'm not like an expert in Pulse Chain. Like some people are like all in, like everything in Pulse Chain, 100%. And as much as I do align with it, the decentralized side of things, it's not my speciality. So I'm just setting and forgetting, and I'll revisit a little further down the line. But yeah, my support is still with it, definitely.
It's cool. Yeah, man, there's some things that I like that people are like, hey, cover that. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna make a fool of myself on screen by talking about something I'm not familiar with.
Yeah. You got to have at least the sort of basic understanding of it, or the time to look into it, which it's it's not always easy when you've got family and stuff. So
yeah,
I don't like to spread too thin.
So here's the Bitcoin chart. We were talking about that. Let me see what this line is that I drew. That was basic support going back to September of 24. My gosh, man, we almost hit that.
Yeah.
That was 54,000.
Still might.
Yeah.
I don't know whether we've bottomed out yet or not. I don't think we have to have. I don't think there's any reason we have to go to 50, 40K, but it's possible. I mean, it only takes one black swan or whatever to dip it down there, and it might just be the case. You might get a big wick. They'll just wipe out all the leverage, and then pop straight back up again. For me at the moment, it's just I like to accumulate a little bit of Bitcoin every week and just keep on adding to the pile. Basically, I'm not really. If it drops to 40, then I'll probably double my weekly DCA in.
Yeah.
And not worry too much about it, because I'm pretty patient when it comes to this sort of thing, and I don't even pretend to 100% understand it. I think anyone who tries to tell you that they know where all this is going is totally BSing, basically, because
Yes.
it just takes one thing that a president or whatever, they just have to say one thing one day. It doesn't even have to be true. It could just be a rumor, and you can drop 10% in a day or whatever, or more. Sometimes we've seen it way worse than that. So in terms of the trend, yeah, people might sort of understand where the trend is going, but there can be wicks from hell that come out of anywhere. So I don't try and second guess it, to be honest. I just
Wicks
have a strategy that
from
I'm sticking
hell.
to.
I will
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah, to go to, let's see, there's that low. That is what date? That's January of 24. That's 38,000. So
Yeah.
that would be a almost 41% drop in price. That'd be something else to see that.
It would cause absolute chaos. The alt market would just get totally wiped out if that's the case.
Yeah.
That's why I personally, my strategy is I only invest in things I actually believe in, and regardless of the price. So if I think something has future value, I will invest in it, whether it's down or whether it's up a little bit. It doesn't, I'm trying to take my emotions out of it. With DeFi, I play a little riskier game sometimes because everything is way lower cap and way less predictable. I don't mind having a little bit of a dabble with DeFi, but in terms of when it comes to like the blue chip stuff, that portfolio is, if I believe in it at 1 cent, I'll believe in it at $1, and vice versa.
Right.
So I tried not to really overcomplicate things too much, because I know tomorrow everything could go to zero potentially. So I just have to have my own belief and do my own strategy and due diligence in what I'm invested in, and have just faith, because crypto is risky and DeFi is even riskier than that. So it's but fortune favors the brave. So you can try sticking your money in an ISA, or you can try sticking your money in a bank account, and good luck with that, because you're guaranteed to lose 10% a year at least. And they tried to tell you inflation is 3%, but people's shopping has doubled, tripled over the last like 3 years. So
Yes.
when they try and tell you inflation is 3%, they're lying basically to your face, and they're laughing at you, because they're just printing. It's a total Ponzi scheme. So your other option is you can just keep cash if you want. It doesn't matter where you keep the cash, you're going to get absolutely wrecked. So even if you have it in a 3% interest savings account, you're probably still losing 7% value purchasing power every year anyway, because the printing machine's on. And people blame the previous generation. They'll say, "Oh, it's the boomers' fault. Oh, it's this. It's like, you need to start looking at who your actual enemy is, aka the central banks, the people that are printing the money. The boomers had their opportunity with property and stuff like that. You guys, or us guys, have got opportunity with internet and AI. We've got different opportunities. If you sit on your hands and don't do anything, you're going to get wrecked anyway. So, instead of blaming the previous generation for the prices of everything, just look at who's printing the money, and then you have an idea of why things like Bitcoin and Monero and stuff like that is so freaking important, in my opinion, as a protection to the Ponzi scheme that is fiat. So that's my take on it anyway. So
yeah, to add on top of that, and the thing of it is, in the crypto space, and everybody watching already knows this, there's so many ways to utilize it in the real world. Because I remember when I first got into this, I was like, how in the hell am I going to spend this without having to chuck it into a fiat bank account? And I mean, just as much as it's advanced now, it's crazy to think having to rely simply on traditional systems.
Yeah. I mean, this is a question I often pose to people, and that is, if you woke up in the morning and your bank account was closed or had been closed or had been shut down for whatever reason, whether it be the whole company or whether it be just your account, and you couldn't access your money, let's say for a month, how are you going to feed your family? How are you going to purchase, food and goods and whatever like that? What would you do? So I think that's a really good question to ask yourself. Like, if you're totally reliant on the kind of the current financial system, the dinosaur that it is, your money is in their bank. It's not your money when it's in there. You don't. It's like having your money on an exchange. They can just close and disappear. They can stop you from getting to your money. I know people out here. I've got friends out here investing in crypto, who had his bank account shut, Santander shut, just because he bought, I think about $500 worth of Bitcoin. He got paid. He bought about $500 of Bitcoin. They closed his bank account. They didn't just pause it. They didn't just say, "Oh, we're just checking that everything's okay." No, they said, "We're closing your account," and that's that. Right. So this is happening. So if you're only relying on that system, what would you do if you couldn't access your funds for let's say a month? You've got to eat, you've got to pay rent, you've got to do all these things, or mortgage or whatever. You have to have contingencies set up, and there's no excuses anymore in crypto. There are enough ways to pretty much debank. It's not completely straightforward, but you can definitely reduce dependency on the Ponzi sort of finance system and the zombie banks who exist only through government handouts. Basically, they all went bankrupt. They're all dead, but they're just being like on life support because they were deemed too big to fail. So it's kind of crony capitalism. So if the guy down the street goes bust, he's bust. That's it. His business is done. But if you're a bank, you get an endless source of taxpayer-funded money to prop you back up again. That's not a system I particularly want to support, if I'm quite honest. So, like you were saying, there are ways now that you can debank or semi-debank yourself fairly easily. There's products out there, and which I'm sure we'll get onto a bit more later. But yeah, that's a question to ask yourself. If you woke up tomorrow, couldn't get to your bank account, how would you buy food? How would you buy nappies for your kid? How would you do these things? And I can tell you, just to offer a little bit of value right off the bat, right now, you could download Cake Wallet, and you could buy some Monero. So you could send some Litecoin into it and swap it for Monero. It's all, very, very straightforward. And then you can go ahead and buy Amazon vouchers. You can go and buy Walmart vouchers. You can buy vouchers to buy your petrol, your gas. You can buy vouchers for virtually everything, KYC free. So you can do that if you ever needed to. So you could go onto Amazon, you could buy buy goods, you could go on Walmart, order your food. You don't need a bank to do it anymore. If you've got crypto, sitting ready, that could be a real lifeline for you at some point. So something like Cake Wallet would be awesome. And I'll drop some other links in the comments as well, if you guys want to check any of these other things out as well. We've discussed this a lot, haven't we, Peter, me and you, in terms of some of the different platforms available, to basically debank or semi-debank, and definitely in times of crisis, are useful to have.
Yeah, I can tell you there's been several times, man, to where I actually have made a complete road trip over the weekend to go see a family member, and all the way from gas, hotel, food, everything. The whole trip was great. So absolutely, yes.
Yeah. It's an absolute must. And it's very easy now.
So you see him winning this battle against the garden bot, right?
There's another one here. Oh, is that against the bot? Is it? Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Is this what you were upgrading yesterday when we spoke yesterday?
Yeah. This is what I tore down to the dirt, and really and truly, man, have built this thing all the way back up. This is the single player version of it. There was a lot of people that put a lot of feedback into this, and really appreciate everybody. And we've come up with something really good. I was trying to get what you can see on the left hand side finished today. Let's see if the leaderboard. Yep, there we go. So on here, we've had some people. Oh, someone's done pass. We got two people that just hopped on here. So we got a leaderboard. I haven't even had a chance to show you this yet. So, and it's got an entire badge system on it with tree theme badges. So I ran an update the other day, and I put all these in. So my badge is rooted fighter. Let's see, garden bot, the leaders. I've just, because I've been testing it. Here's my win and loss record, win rate, and I'm on a 2-win streak against the bot. You can also earn badges on this now. You can earn first blood, hot streak. There's a couple things. I'm coming up with some more badges as well. We got it now to where if you have a SUI name service, you can actually do that on the leaderboard as well. And then PvP, I haven't done too well. I have a 1-3 record on PvP right now. What we're going to do, and I know you know this as well, is once the market starts to come back, we can put some better rewards in this. But right now, the way it is set up,
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, once the market changes, everything just grows. Pardon the pun.
Yes, tremendous. Some of the other changes that happened. The game used to go to 100 points. That was too long. Everybody said. So you have a choice now of 50 growth points or 75 growth points. Some people just wanted the longer. And the way that you access any of this, you have to buy an NF tree. You can look on my profile name, nftree.net. Huh?
Of which I have many.
Yes. Very many. So on this, you can go to nftree.net. You go right here. This is the home site for it. If you try to go to tree-token.net, guys, it's down right now. I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. But I've got a landing page for nftree.net. If you go in here, it can take you down to the trade port preview of all the ranked NF trees. We're also working on a ultra rare NF tree to where if you have like 2 commons, 3 commons, to where you can combine those together to make something that's not even seen yet. So that's something that I'm pretty excited about as well. But this took a while to tear this back down and build it right back up. You got any questions, Millions?
I was just going to say, firstly, the graphics and everything look superb, and the NFTs look superb. I love the look of the NFTs. They look, if you scroll down and have another quick look at them, they look absolutely freaking awesome. I love the color schemes and everything like that. It's right up my street. So yeah, they look freaking awesome. So once someone has the NF tree, they can then take part in the battles. So do you you participate with SUI? Is that correct?
Yes. So the whole game was centered around SUI. There's actually some other improvements I'm going to show you that have been put in as well. So the NF trees are 25 SUI. SUI is way down in price right now. So right now is a great time to pick 1, 2, or 3 up to get in, because also coming up, we're also going to be our next utility, Arboretum, which is actually going to have a referral system in it to where you can earn additional funds on top of that, because you'll have a referral link as well. So, and the only way to get into Arboretum is to have an NF tree. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. I've got these buttons out here to buy tree, add V2, and to add V3. Here's the reason why I have them. If you click on battle and it takes you in here, when you go down to the game preview, you'll see 5th move unlock and tree reroll. In practice mode or the single player mode, all those features are free to use. However, if you would like to have an advantage in the game or have additional moves, down here it will detect. I just about finished the coding today for it. It'll detect a V2 or a V3 position in SUI. It'll also detect if you have it single staked in moon bags. So that way you'll have 5 cards instead of 4 cards. And if you see right here, it says buy tree for garden battle utilities. There is also going to be the reroll is going to be, you'll pay it in tree. So you'll have to buy some tree to do that. And then what happens is the tree will actually be sent to the treasury wallet, and it'll be locked. It's not going to go anywhere.
Nice. So it's working in terms of in favor of the token as well. It's locking up supply, which I know you've already burnt. Was it 15% of the supply or something like that?
Yeah, we're getting near. Let's see. Let me calculate it real quick. Yeah, there's over.
I've still got my tree.
Amazing. Yeah, there is.
I was going to say I've still got it in SUI DEX. It's still earning, ticking away, paired up with SUI. So it's for me, I set and forget it, and then when I get paid out, I just put back into the pair again. So I'll buy 50% tree, 50% SUI, put it back in.
So this is something I always show people on TradingView. We released Tree in July of last year. When we released it, SUI was $4 and a penny, and then Tree's all-time high was right around in this area of SUI's price, and then that's when SUI DEX launched. We did have one big pump on Tree, but it was, I ran some numbers on all of this. We had one big user come into Tree, and that same user exited everything. Really don't understand it, not going to question it, but I can tell you this, the numbers on Tree, volume's been very low because the market's been low, but the user count that's holding Tree and knows that I'm here, I'm working, and trying to get everything built. Props to you, man, because that just having, like you said, having everything in SUI DEX where you can still earn, it's been great, because I've just been adding to. I bought some today. I've been gradually adding to what I've got, and I mean, as the founder of it, I'm not going to sell it because that would be silly to sell it. I want to put out more utilities to make the platform profitable and more thick, shall we say, and do it that way.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, being a token on SUI, much like if you're a token on Binance Smart Chain, or if you're a token on any other blockchain, you are waiting for that native token to wake up to add some fire. It's very, very difficult to pump without SUI pumping. It's very, very hard. It's not easy. So I think it's the patience is is the part of the game here, and I just like the fact that I can have SUI. I can buy SUI at these prices and just have it paired up with stuff like Tree, have it earning over on SUI DEX, and just keep on building the positions while I can build it quickly while the prices are down where they are at the moment. So I'm just building the positions basically. I don't have to sit with tokens idle anymore. There's too many options. You know, like we discussed with Topaz earlier with SUI DEX. If you've got tokens on SUI, you can put them to work, whether they be stable coins, SUI, Tree, anything like that. You can just put them to work, and especially while the market's so boring like this, you can
Yeah.
you can earn some fees along the way. You know, it seems like a no-brainer to me personally.
Something else that I did, and if any of you guys are watching and you're not in SUI yet and you're curious about the game, go to nftree.net, click on battle, and if you see right here below the game modes, you'll see play practice mode. There's no wallet required for that. It's kind of a watered down version of the actual battle game, but you'll at least get the general concept of the game. And for anybody watching as well, I've got one receipt posted on the website. I might have our main website restored, but in the garden battles, the entry fee is 3 SUI. Well, we still left it at 3 SUI, so both people do that, and the winner walks away with 5 SUI. Contract's been tested. It pays out automatically to the winner, and then what happens is 1 SUI goes to the treasury wallet, and that goes towards buying back Tree. And then what happens is that Tree is either burned or it's just added to V3 liquidity on SUI DEX, and then that way we just continue to strengthen the project. If anybody also is new to what I've been doing, the NF Tree sales in real life, I'm an ISA certified arborist, so trees are in real life my passion. And on the NF Tree sales, 5% of all NF Tree sales get donated to what's called the Tree Fund. And that is this organization right here. Let's see if we can pull them up. Yes, it's these guys right here. I'll have that receipt posted again to show proof of that. But we donate 5% of all NF Tree sales to this organization. And the next round of donations that we'll send will actually go to this right here. It's called a Tour de Trees. It's a very, very prominent event they put on.
Love that.
Yeah. So, hey, man, just trying to figure out in crypto how to benefit nature and keep it all going, man. So yeah, that's
yeah. You know, anything that that scuppers people like Bill Gates' plans to you know, get rid of trees and create artificial meat. I will support everything that is supporting organic shit. You know?
Yes, organic shit.
Like,
yes,
yeah. It's freaking important, especially nowadays. You know, you don't know what you're buying these days. It's this artificial crap everywhere. And that's one good thing actually about being in Mexico. It's so easy to get good food.
Yes, and taking organic shit.
Yeah.
But in that, I mean, there's just, my gosh, it was like, I think 3 weeks ago, it showed how diluted the market is with altcoins. And it's like, how many of them have no utility behind them? You don't know who is doing what, who develops what is out there. And then, I mean, between Richie, Aaron, yourself, and others that just come out, show their face for the good or the bad, whatever. And I mean, it's like, like right now, the chart on Tree looks horrendous, but the market's down and volume is low. Why? And I mean, because I mean, you and I have talked offline. There's not really much going on right now, but it was important to at least come out and show everybody, hey, still here, still working. Because like right now, I've got 2 features to activate on the battle game. And then down below this, we're actually testing this and it's going well. I don't want to reveal too much on this, and we're also getting some feedback on this. And then I'm also working on a prediction market. I'm trying to take one project at a time because I got so excited. I know you know nothing about this. Yuck, yuck, yuck. That if you have 10 good ideas, yes, dear, it does come with music. Guys, Mrs. Arborist is watching tonight. Give her some freaking props. She's downstairs
I
laughing.
love that. I love that. I don't think Mrs. Millionz is watching tonight.
Did she watch
she's
your
mugged me
stuff?
off tonight. I'll have. She watches some stuff. Yeah, a little bit here and there.
She went to the city over your left shoulder.
Sovereign City. Yeah, that's where we're all heading. Sovereign City. Yeah, I'll have to tell you about that in a minute.
Let's talk about your stuff, man.
Coming. Well, look, I mean, part of the reason I've been so freaking busy recently is I've been really, really pushing to get this. It's a passion project for me, and within it all, I think it's going to give a lot of free value to people. So basically, Sovereign City, which I've built from the ground up, is going to be a free resource for people to use and to share. And there's going to be like a free newsletter going out every single Friday where I'm going to show people how they can become less dependent on the systems we were talking about earlier, to improve their privacy, their digital privacy, their location, how we can, how geographical freedom is so important, and everything else in between. We're going to be covering everything from GrapheneOS to VPNs, because I mean, I know you guys in the US maybe don't have it quite as bad, but I've heard a few things recently which have concerned me. But if you're from the UK or EU, the last 12 months have been insane in terms of the sort of the surveillance state sort of closing in. And I think it's really, really important that people know what options there are out there for them to be able to circumnavigate some of this madness. And I know with the US, they're talking about like the Kids Act and stuff like that. And all of it is really backdoor entry into surveillance and taking your data and quashing opinions outside of those that have been accepted or allowed. And we do have options. So with Sovereign City, it's basically going to be providing as much free value for people as humanly possible. And the newsletter is live. So the first one is going to be going out tomorrow. The very, very first edition is going out tomorrow. So whoever signs up today will receive tomorrow's first edition. And basically,
how do we do that?
I shall actually, well, I'll tell you what I can do is I can put the link to the sign up in the chat.
Can I pull it up on the screen?
Can join up completely for free. Yeah, you can. I've just dropped a link in there that will take you straight to the the Sovereign Dispatch sign up page. And what I'm hoping just to give back as much as possible and give everyone a really, really good free resource, because I feel at the moment there's so much information out there and it's spread out all over the internet. And it's really, really hard to find somewhere that actually collates it together into, okay, what phones, what are the best phones for privacy? What are the best VPNs? What are the best password managers? All of these different, what are the best KYC free Visa cards? What are the best KYC free eSIMs? Because people are going to need this stuff, soon. And I think it's important to have somewhere where everyone can go, get this information, use it. There's going to be guides on there. I'm going to be building the website out every single day.
SovereignCity.xyz.
That's the one. Yeah. And you'll see you can sign up for the dispatch in the top right.
I'm going to do that right now.
There's some info on there at the moment. As you can see, 9 people have already signed up for it. So I'm really pleased about that. I haven't even, this is the first time I've spoke about it online. There's been some stuff on X where people have obviously gone to my bio and seen the website and they've signed up from it, because I'm not pulling any punches on X anymore, and I'm trying to give people as much information as possible how they can really shore up their privacy and their freedom for them and their families. And it's been really well received. My follower count has actually gone up a fair bit. My engagement, everything like that, is really resonating with, it's really going up. So it's obviously resonating with people. And the fact that this information is going to be completely free, I hope it helps as many people as possible. So this is a real passion project for me, because I think a lot of guys know, I've been part of like the Acapulco freedom community and stuff like that. I've spent a lot of time down in Acapulco, meeting some incredible people, involved in blockchain, crypto, but many other areas as well. There's different level areas of freedom. There's geographical freedom. There's holistic health. That's another area of freedom that we mustn't take for granted. We need our bodies to be functioning as best as possible, so we're not relying on big pharma and stuff like that. So I've met some incredible people over the last sort of 5 years, including some that have been silenced. And when I say silenced, I'm talking permanently, and I'm not going to go into that too much, but maybe I will at some point. Yeah, where they've actually been liquidated. Very high ranking people with a lot of information. So I've met some incredible people. I had the opportunity to speak to a lot of people, and this is a real passion project for me to be able to bring information to people. And every Friday, hopefully, it's something that people can look forward to. Is getting something straight to their, there's not going to be any spam. There's not going to be anything like that. It's just going to be, one email a week. Once you've had the sign up email and whatever, and it will give you actionable plans, things you can actually do, some things that are completely free, some things that won't be, but how you can build your own privacy stack. So we'll cover things like phones, OS, if you want to get away from Google, if you want to get away from iPhone, because they're getting very, very creepy. In the UK, they're talking about doing client-side scanning on phones, where Apple and Google will basically, so basically, even if you're using encrypted messengers, they're basically pushing, and this is going ahead because they've even said they're going to put the CEOs and the tech guys in prison if they don't cooperate. This is actually true, by the way. It sounds like something out of Orwell. But they want to put client-side scanning on every single phone. So if you've got anything Apple or anything Google or Android, they're going to put software on the actual phone that will read your messages before they are encrypted. So they can scan all of your photos. Anything that you say to anyone will be scanned before it becomes encrypted. This is all true. This is incredible. And this is one of the reasons why I became so focused on getting this project out there, because if you're using Apple or Google, anything like that, you will be subject to this at some point. And I know with the US, a lot of the guys will say, no, it can't happen here. We've got our pews, nothing's going to happen to us. Well, they're already trying to do it. They're already trying to push through the Kids Act. They always say the same thing as well, that's to protect kids, but obviously, not a single arrest has been made on the Epstein list. So it's not about protecting anyone. It's about taking your data and surveillance. So I think it's really important that people have, and this is and none of this comes from, clickbait or trying to scare anyone. It's quite the opposite. One of our ethos here with Sovereign City is, calm but unapologetically principled. So it's like,
right.
I'm not trying to spread fear. I'm just trying to let people know what's going on, because a lot of people don't even know any of this. They don't know this is happening, and I want to give them some resources where they can actually take some action to shore up their privacy, because privacy is a right. I've tried to convince people over the last however many years that privacy is for criminals. And I think if you agree with that, if you think privacy is just for criminals, I say take your curtains down off your house, take your blinds down, leave your door open at night, put your bank accounts up on social media so everyone can see them, take the password off your email, let everyone access it. If you might not have anything to hide, but you don't want people looking at your shit, right?
Yeah,
I think that's fair to say. And privacy is a goddamn right. So, and we have to protect it. and this is something that's, you know, for me, it all links in to DeFi, my love for decentralized finance, my love for privacy, like you know, Monero. It all links in together for me. It's all part of the same sort of matrix. So this is something where I feel I can really bring a lot of value to people, and not charge them a penny for it. So I really, you know, it's great to see, you know, there's already 10 people. I've not even done a video on it. I've not even done an official post. This is the first time. This is kind of a soft launch on this stream tonight. So I will be doing an official X launch and an official YouTube launch and everything. So hopefully we can get that number up to 500. It's not capped at 500. It's just, I want the first 500 people to feel somewhat, you know, part of the founding builders of this city, because the website's in its infancy right now. It's going to be expanding every day, every week. So I want and there might be some perks for the first 500 people, you know, further down the line. So I'm not going to bring that up just yet, but I have some cool ideas. So the first 500 people will be within a certain privilege club, but obviously I'd love to get the subscribers up to, you know, 1,000, 10,000. So that's just an overview of what it is. So look, I mean, I really want your feedback on it, you know. So you'll get the first edition email newsletter tomorrow. So let me know, and if any of you guys sign up, please let me know. I want to hear your feedback on it. Have a look around the site. There's already some information on the compatible phones if you want to go into GrapheneOS, if you want to get away from Google. And I mean, the funny thing is, the irony is the Pixel phones, which I've put on the website there, they're Google Pixel phones, and once you wipe them completely, they've got some of the best hardware, and that's why Graphene allows that, you know, to use the Pixel phones, because their hardware is so good. So once you've got the Pixel phone, you wipe it, you install GrapheneOS, then you're basically you're away from the slimy tentacles of Google and Apple. You can still use most of the apps that you want to use. You can still use your WhatsApps, your Signals, your banking apps. Even most of them still work on GrapheneOS as well, because you can use a sandboxed version of Google Play Store. So this is, you know, you can do all of this with a massive upgrade in privacy, and you're not going to be subject to client-side scanning and all that sort of stuff when they try to bring it in. And one thing I will say, I've already warned my brother about this, is that when they bring this into the UK, you're going to probably find it a lot harder to get one of these Google Pixel phones, because people are going to want them. You know, they're going to want. So I always think, prepare ahead if you're going to do it. And the same thing can happen. It's happening in Europe, and it can happen in the US as well. So I think preparation is a massive key with all of this. Not panic, just preparation. Know what's out there, know what's available, and hopefully this newsletter and this website will be a really good free resource for people that you can share it with your friends and family. I'm going to break it all down so everything is in one place for you. You know, the best encrypted apps, you know, the best phones, you know, the best OS systems, the best password managers, the best VPNs, VPSs, all of this sort of stuff. You're going to have the information all in one place, and it's not going to cost you anything. So basically, I hope everyone enjoys it, and give me your feedback on it.
So the navigation at top, home, manifesto, origin, phones, and vault. So this is the phones you were talking about, right? Yeah.
So they're the three that I would recommend at the moment, because the reason I would recommend those ones is because, especially the Pixel 10s, they're the newest ones. They're going to have the longest support from Graphene. You've got at least 7 years of Graphene support. If you want something a little bit cheaper in entry, you can go for the Pixel 9, because you've got less, it's the slightly older model, but it's still going to be perfectly appropriate to use. It's not going to be any issue with
Graphene?
So the guide is going to be coming in the newsletter as well.
Okay.
So the newsletter tomorrow is going to explain that. It's going to give you the official links on how to install GrapheneOS onto your device, and the guide is also going to be going up on the website as well. So when I do newsletters, they're going to be categorized on the website. So you can, if you join up on week 7, you can still go back and look at week 1 and so forth. So these guides are going to be filling out on the web page. You can see at the moment the vault. There's not much on the vault at the moment, but there's going to be some amazing stuff being added to that. And I'll be updating obviously everyone when new stuff is added to the website itself. So I'm hoping that it's a nice user experience for everyone. I've built this myself. I built this from the ground up. So, any and all feedback, whether we think it's amazing, whether you think it's shit, I'd love to hear it, basically. So anyone in the comments.
Yesterday, you sent it to me to check out the mobile version of it. So, guys, if you see an error, text displacement, if something just doesn't function right, I remember getting feedback on the sites that I'm building. And if one button doesn't work, let Millionz know. So that's very important.
Yeah, let me know, because I've only got so many hours in a day. I've built this in 1 month. It's taken a lot of work to get this how I want it, so it's really coming from the heart. I want people to sort of feel what I'm trying to say with these things, without being sometimes I get a little edgier on X, but I want the sovereign city to be a lot calm and focused, and give people an educational resource to basically to enjoy and to thrive with. So you can see up there I've got the manifesto. That's kind of the belief system and what I want to deliver and what I don't want to deliver. And the origin is a little bit of a backstory with me and how I came to sort of build this. And I hope everyone enjoys reading that, because I've really enjoyed making it, and to be able to talk about it today is brilliant. And the fact that it's going to be free for everyone to use is even cooler. So I hope everyone gets tons and tons of value out of it from week 1 onwards, basically. So so live by design, not by default. Most people just click accept. They'll use whatever app everyone else is using. They'll click accept. They'll share their data with anyone and everyone, and it's just there to provoke some thoughts and to get people thinking, because we're going the wrong way. As the internet used to be really free and decentralized. They're trying to close the walls in a little bit, and we have to be very aware of that, because the internet needs to be protected. So does our privacy. We are all sovereign individuals. We don't owe anyone anything. We don't owe anyone our data. Our data is ours, and we should be able to decide who we share that with.
Right.
A government's position is to change the bins, run public services. It's not to survey us and create digital prisons. That's not what they're there for. So we need to remember that. I think the relationship between us and the state needs to be remembered, that we are in control. We have to have more control over who we're sharing data with. So I think it's really important, and I hope people get masses of value from it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so we got almost 40 people watching. Guys, do you have any questions? You want anything covered? We've gone through so much.
That's awesome. 40 people watching.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, so if you're joining now, we've covered some stuff with Tree. We've covered some general market. We've covered Topaz DEX. We've covered Sovereign City. We've covered tons of stuff. I'm just trying to think of if we've got more stuff that we were planning. I mean, me and Peter normally just get stuck in.
I know what we can really talk about real quick. Let's see where'd it go. There it is. In SUI DEX, if you haven't checked your SUI DEX in quite some time, they have V3 now. Let me get connected. So everything's on one screen. There used to be SUI Farm, SUI DEX. It's the farm, everything all together, and also. Richie also had a World Cup prediction market. Whoever played him with it, there you go. there's the leaderboard right there. Let's see where I finished on this. Man, I was way down there. Let's see. Good
There were
God.
actually a lot of upsets. Yeah, there were a lot of upsets in that tournament, actually. I
Yeah,
don't think I did
finished.
that well. I put Portugal down to win. So
Did you do this prediction market?
yeah, I did it. Yeah. I think I got totally wrecked on it though. It was fun though.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Brett Prince. He won. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
so that's huh?
Yeah, I was going to say Brett Prince won, did he? Okay, that's pretty cool. I think it was a pretty hard tournament to predict in many ways, actually.
Oh, here we go.
So
Here's another topic.
yeah, shout out to everyone.
So on depth token. So I mean, I still claim depth.
Oh yeah,
Still do it.
I actually won the draw yesterday.
Did you really? Wow.
Yeah, I won it. I mean, I love, despite the price, I love depth. I keep on every day. I just go in and I buy tickets to the next draw. Basically, is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I would love to see. I would love to see. I think it's such a cool protocol. I really like it. But obviously, at the moment, the price is like way down. So I would love to see that make a bit of a comeback. So in the meantime, I'm just trying to descend as far deep as I possibly can, using the depth. So I'm helping the protocol. I'm just claiming. I'm putting it back in the drawer, buying tickets, and I think I bought tickets before I actually won. I think Richie was saying he bought one ticket and won 1 week, and I had to buy 21 tickets. But you know, maybe on the next one. But yeah, I'm now on Abyssal now, so I'm just going to keep buying the tickets basically, and just and just hope that this thing makes a comeback, especially when markets turn around a bit.
Let's see what the let's look at the depth chart real quick. Where'd it go?
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty at all. But I definitely ROI'd in it. Like I think even the price now, I'm still plus like $1,500.
Yeah. So this was around the Topaz sacrifice time, and then it dropped off after that. Don't really remember the whole deal on abstract. Say it again.
No, I'll finish what you were saying first, because I was going to bring something else up about it. But
yeah, was it there like they wanted to put it in some kind of a perk in the abstract portal or something like that?
Yeah, that rings a bell. I can't. If anyone remembers what that is, drop it in the comments. I can't actually remember what that was.
Right.
I know as far as the team goes, you know, this thing, I mean, depth works, right? It works. When everyone's had their max payout, so I guess in the next, I don't know, maybe the next month or so, people are going to run it out. So it's going to stop the emissions, and in order to get back in, you're going to have to buy more depth to restart the process again. So
yeah,
I'd be interested to see if people, you know, do want to start the cycle again. I mean, I really like it. I think the way it's structured and everything, with, you know, the ocean theme and the gamification of it, I think it's freaking awesome. You know, I would love to see this back up, even at, you know, 1 cent. It'd be freaking awesome. I'd love to see it. So I just play for fun at the moment. So instead of just claiming my $1 or $2 a day or whatever it's making at this point, instead of doing that and buying I don't know, what can you buy with $2 these days? But instead of doing that, I'm just buying depth and buying more tickets to try and descend as deep as possible, and then see what happens, because I think the actual layout of everything is really cool. So I'd love to see it. I'm definitely way in profit in terms of ROI. So
Yeah.
at the moment, I'm playing for fun and see what happens. But I don't know if the team's got any inclination to sort of put any more sort of energy into it or anything. I don't know, because I know obviously Topaz is the #1 focus at the moment, and that's a much bigger undertaking. So I totally understand that. I'd just be interested to see if the team do anything extra with it to get a bit of hype behind it, because you can buy a lot of debt for like hardly anything at the moment. So it's fairly easy to descend at the moment. I mean, do you remember when it first came out and me and you were earning, $100, $200 a day
Right.
for a pretty good level, amount of time, and that really paid for itself really quick. It was so hard to descend deeper at those prices, because you're looking at thousands of dollars to go to the next level, whereas now it's pretty easy. And so I'm just doing the draw, just in case I win. And like I said yesterday, I won the draw, so I just keep doing that basically, and just hope it comes back.
Yeah, this if I was going to go to the all right, so let's do a little calculation here. So if I was going to go, I'd have to fork out 26,250 depth. Okay, let's see what would that cost? Right?
It's cheap right now, really cheap.
Let's see, 26,250. 121 bucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like I think it's a speculation thing right now, in terms of like, if you think the team might just come back one day and say, look, here's a new feature for it or something, and it suddenly goes crazy, then obviously if you've descended, all the way down there, you could potentially be earning some big money again. But it's all speculation at the end of the day, much like most of DeFi. But what I do like is that this is actually deflationary. I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that depth is deflationary, because every time a transaction goes through its burning depth. I haven't touched base with it in terms of the tokenomics for some time, so if someone can remind me of that, but I'm pretty sure it's deflationary, and I love the gamification of it. I think it's brilliant. So I would love the team to just touch on it again, just give it a little nudge or whatever. But people are going to have to keep buying depth if they want it to keep paying with the emissions. So I guess we'll see, because me and you got in day one, didn't we? So
yeah,
I think we're kind of 80% paid out in emissions now, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see.
So sooner enough, people are going to have to decide if they want to.
56.6% paid out.
Right. Okay. So not as far along as I thought, but yeah, we'll have to see when our accounts and the people that all jumped in early start getting paid out. Then if you want it to continue, you're going to have to buy some more debt. So we'll see. I guess how it works. But yeah, it's good fun. Definitely is good fun, and it's not paying much right now, but it's good fun, and I love the concept. So I hope it does work. I hope when everything turns around, it's one of the ones that comes back and
so you're Abyssal right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the calculator. This is the yield simulator. So if you start from the beginning and want to go to tier 7 Hadal, total cost to get there $215.
Yeah.
That's from the ground floor going up.
So yeah, and that's why I'm buying the tickets. That's why I'm like, because like Richie did recently, bought one ticket and won. And it's possible, because I think there's like, is it 20 entries or 25 entries per round? So you've got, I normally get 2 or 3 tickets per round, normally on average. So I don't know what the percentage chance there is. I'm too tired to do the maths, but I could potentially level up by just buying one ticket. So that's what I'm doing. I'm playing for fun at the moment, and see where it goes. But yeah, it was funny to win the other day. I clicked onto my dashboard, and it said free upgrade, you know, and I thought, oh sweet, I've only bought 21 tickets, so I've got it a little bit cheaper, like 4 tickets less. So, but I saved about $10 probably. But yeah, it's fun. It's good fun. So yeah, so you know, my answer to Crypto Ghost is I'm still using it. I'm having fun with it. I love the concept of it. I really hope it surprises everyone and comes back. And I hope it surprises everyone and comes back when I'm like descended to the bottom of the ranking, so that I can, so I can really enjoy myself on the way up.
But now, man, the two big sites of the stream, guys, sovereignCity.xyz. Make sure that you go there, and this is the link to it right here. SovereignCity.xyz. Make sure you go there and sign up for Millionz email. It's weekly email, weekly.
Yeah, every Friday newsletter, and it's going to be completely free. And the website is going to be a really cool resource. So I hope everyone enjoys using it, and definitely, contact me on X or whatever, and let me know what you think of it.
Definitely looking forward to seeing what you have in store on this. I'm fascinated from the get-go. Guys, if you're new to what I do, I'm Peter. I'm a certified arborist in real life. I've got my token called Tree Token. It's called Liquidity. That's a catchphrase that has followed me since the first time being on YouTube. Had a lot of fun with that. Go to nftree.net. This guy that's walking down the aisle to get it on and lay the smack it down on somebody. He is my mascot, and what I did, I created 5,000 NF trees with all type of varieties with him, weapons, capes. Chess is different in some. We've got epic, legendary, and what you can do with those is I have a battle game. I had it designed, didn't like it, tore it back down from the ground up, and we've got garden battles. That is a game to where if you have your NF tree, you can have access to the game. We've got single player PvP. Oh, forgot to tell you, Millionz. Canopy Clash. I haven't laid the rest of that out yet, but a lot of people are asking for a 4-player tournament. So,
okay, interesting.
Yeah. And what's going to happen is I'm working on a lot of the coding right now. But what we're going to do is that's going to be a higher payout because there's going to be more SUI involved. So everybody will be very interested in that.
Okay, cool. We can start doing some live battles as well at some point, can't we? So that'd be a lot of fun. Maybe we can get the chat involved and everything, and that'd be a lot of fun actually.
Yeah, and then once we're able to do some other give outs, man, we can offer a bonus or something like that. But yeah, guys, grab yourself an NF tree. Grab 2 or 3, because if you grab 2 or 3, you'll be able to plant them on Arboretum. That's coming up. You'll be able to plant them in the garden, and also there's going to be referrals off of that, so you'll be able to earn it. And Millionz, you'll be one of the first to get a referral link off of that, because you are the ride or die, sir. But this will be fun. So we'll have several ways that you can use your NF tree to earn off of it. And also, if you guys, a lot of people have asked to have more to do with your tree. I've got 2 features coming out on this game. Demonstrated it earlier. If you hold a V2, V3, or a position in Moonbags, you will have a 5th move that will unlock on the game. And you can also have your deck reset by spending tree in the game, and that will add it straight to the treasury, and it will be locked away. That way we can protect the tree price. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anybody got any questions on Sovereign City or on the NF tree world? Give you about another 60 seconds.
It's been a lot of fun, man. I've got to say, I've missed doing the live streams. It's just been so crazy the last couple of weeks. If anyone's just joined, I was telling Peter at the start of the stream about our apartment got flooded yesterday, and so yeah, we've had people in and fixing it all and sorting everything out. So it's been crazy. Sending little man to kindergarten. It's actually given me a little bit more time in the day to do a little bit of work as well. I've got to say, he's 3 now, so he's been with us like the whole time. But there's a really cool little kindergarten that he's enjoying. So that's been really cool. Man. And also I've been trying to figure out how to get Mr. Wookums here. In the best, most comfortable way possible. So I think I've finally got my strategy. So I'm gonna have to be heading back to the UK for a couple of weeks, probably in the next sort of 2 to 4 weeks, most likely. I've got a contact at Air Mexico who's going to fix me up with some good deals on the way back. And coming out here, I've got it's very difficult because we don't want to have Mr. Wookums in the hold, so he has to be in the cabin with me, and very, very limited options to do that actually from the UK to Mexico, because there aren't any direct flights from the UK to Mexico that allow dogs in the cabin for that long. So Air Mexico, 6-hour max, but it's an 11-hour flight. So I have to fly to Europe first for 1 to 2 hours, and then take a direct flight with I think it's Lufthansa as the biggest size accommodation for dogs on flight.
Oh, wow.
And they won't.
What kind of dog is
won't. Jack Russell Terrier. So he's been on a diet actually since I've been out here. Had to put him on a diet because the carrier plus the dog has to weigh 8 kilos or less to come on the cabin. If you get there and they weigh everything and he's over, they'll probably say either he goes in the hold or you can't get on the flight. I don't want him on the hold. It's going to be too stressful for Mr. Wookham. So we put him on a diet. So my wife's mum and dad have been looking after him, put him on a little diet. Apparently he's lost weight. He's in fighting shape, and he's ready to travel. So it's just a matter of me going back now and getting him. So it's going to be a bit of an adventure in itself. I'll probably go back on my own because it's going to be too crazy if everyone comes. But so yeah, I've been trying to sort all of that out as well. So much going on, but long story short, I've missed doing the live streams, and it's been a lot of fun connecting with people again tonight, and obviously catching up with you as well, Peter, on stream. I know we have our bro chat sometimes on Signal, and which is great. But yeah, it's good to catch up on a live stream where we've got everything in front of us, where we can talk about everything, right in front of us. So I just want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat, because it's been a really good turnout tonight, and I hope everyone's enjoyed the stream. And as Peter said, if you've got any last minute questions, let us know, and we'll do our best to answer them. But we must try and do at least 2 a month, Peter, if possible. That'd be even if it's every other week, it'd be.
And next time, what I want to do is, once you have more content on your website, I'd like for you to really kind of unpackage it for everybody. That way they can kind of get their bearings around it. And I'm going to have more come up as well. The new main website for us is going to be tree-token.xyz. We're getting all that fixed up right now, but I'm glad that before that I made a couple of these landing pages for the different portions of what I've been working on. That way. And if you guys are also new to NFTrees, we also have this reward site that the current holders for NFTrees, they were able to claim a very nice fat airdrop of some tokens that were placed in there. There was some SUI there, I believe was some USDC, some SUI Trump, some Tree, and also some Victory token there as well. So there was several rewards in there. And what will happen is as the market starts to get better, I will randomly dump funds into the rewards on that site. All you got to do is just go claim them. So that's another reason to hold your NFTrees. And if you have more than one, claim it on all of them. So that's your benefit there. Millions. Have you claimed your rewards yet?
I actually haven't, mate. I haven't claimed my rewards from Topaz. I haven't claimed my rewards from SUI DEX. I haven't claimed. So I need to do all of that tonight, probably.
Good
But no, I
grief.
haven't. I haven't.
What
I
is
think I've
wrong
got,
with
like,
you?
mate, honestly, it's been crazy. It's been absolutely freaking nuts.
Act like
But
you
I've got, I
ceiling
think I've
fell
got,
in or something.
I know, mate. I know. I'll have to upload a picture to X later of what my bathroom ceiling looks like at the moment. Luckily, we've got
I
two
think
full
you
size
need to
bathrooms
live
in this
stream it.
apartment because I'll be screwed.
I think you need to live stream it,
Right.
and put it out there for everybody just to take in and have some background noise.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll do a 24/7 stream on YouTube, and
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, but I will, because I think I've got 6 NFTs at the moment.
Okay.
So yeah, I need to claim on those. So yeah, leave that with me, and I'll get that done. Yeah, I will be catching up. I've just been fully in focus mode, in between getting flooded and stuff. But yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I got
tomorrow's
you.
gonna be yeah, next week's gonna be more chill. So I say that, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So no, it's been freaking awesome. Yeah, shout out to the chat. I appreciate everyone turning up, and you can expect to see a bit more of us, I think, over the next sort of at least every other week. I would say is realistic, but I like to do every week if we can. But if it's every other week, I won't be too upset.
Yeah, realistically, guys, every other week, because I know there's a lot going on in my world in real life. The real time business. I actually left my government job back in May, so I've been building a real world business. And if you guys would like to support it, here is what I do for a living right here. That's what I do. So if you legitimately have a concern about a tree, go to tree251.xyz and you'll see all the prompts if you have a question about a tree on your property. And yes, I do virtual consultations, and yes, you can pay in crypto. So no matter where you are in the world, you can sign up, and we will make it happen, and I will check out whatever concerns that you have. So definitely sign up on that.
I love that. I've not seen that website yet. You told me a while ago about leaving the government job, which I think is always a awesome move if you can do that. And but yeah, I had not seen this site yet, so that's really cool. Very, very cool.
This is my site right here, guys. Tree251.xyz. Please go check it out. And I live on the Gulf Coast in America, which is a great place. But wherever you are, please, I'll always go through, check it out, and send me any of your concerns that you have. I am here for you. And all my socials for my professional world are right here. This is the actual, not the crypto arborist, but the arborist side. I have the same logo, same tree, man. I know you guys recognize that. So it's a multifaceted logo.
Love it. I think it's really it's really important that you're showing people as well the way in terms of accepting crypto in a real life business. I think that's so important. This is exactly what we need more and more people to do, if they can, is to start accepting crypto, because that's the whole point of crypto, was peer-to-peer payments. You don't need middlemen. This is the entire point of it. When you break everything down, it's great to have all these different utilities, and it's great to have gamified stuff and everything, which I think is all layers that we need. But when you break it down to its absolute like most obvious level, it's just to pay people with. So I think it's awesome that you're accepting crypto as part of a real life business, and I think the more that happens, the better the better the world will be, because that's what we need. It kind of feeds into what I was talking about with sovereignty and everything like that as well. It's just detaching a little bit of your dependence on these structures that we've become so used to relying on. We don't have to rely on them anymore. As you're proving, you can accept, you can take work and accept crypto for. I think it's amazing. So yeah, shout out to you for doing that.
Something else that I'm working on treedrop.xyz is I'm working on there was a person that reached out the other day. They said, "Hey, I've got some team members that are around, and I need to set up a distribution list." And I was like, and it was the idea of, hey, and it was the idea of I'd like to have a place where I could deposit some tokens and just distribute it to them. So we're working on that idea on treedrop.xyz. Now, obviously, you could send each individual transaction and do whatever you want, but that's just another feature that we're exploring on TreeDrop. TreeDrop was a random idea, came up with it, put it out there, but it's pretty fun as well. I'm trying to add as much utility to the NF trees that I can possibly fit to it that makes sense. I don't want to put something in there that doesn't. I'm sure on your side as well, you have a ton of ideas, but you got to have some sustenance behind whatever idea that you come up with, you know?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Keep everything relevant. I mean, like you were saying earlier, I've got so many ideas about. I'm already semi planning my next uh, projects and stuff like that right now. But I'm just
Yeah.
trying to stay focused. And sometimes you come up with an idea and you think that's awesome, but you don't want to crowbar it into an existing project where it doesn't make sense. So it's like maybe I should build a separate project for this idea. And I think yeah, when you can keep things under the same umbrella, it's great. But sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes it's like, yeah, this makes sense. This wouldn't make sense on here, so I have to start something new. But there's only so many hours in a day, so so we have to
Yeah.
be strategic about it. But yeah, yeah,
Well,
utility
I
is the way
mean,
forward.
there's so much that I haven't completed yet not no, not completed, just so many things I want to do. And man, when you're one person and you do all this, I mean, the site work and everything, I tried to rely on other people to do certain parts of it. And when you just can't get a timely response, dadgummit, you just take the reins and do it on your own because May the 4th should have been a lot bigger than what it was for NF trees and tree. And there's nothing I can do about that now, but just put it in a headlock and run with it. And if the proof is in the pudding, and I've got a lot more to put out, and I already know that you've got a lot more to put out on Sovereign City. So when you got your pet project, man, you got your pet project, and I am definitely looking forward to that. What time does that email come out tomorrow?
I'm just trying. It's going to be the morning, sort of morning time, so people can sort of read it over, over their coffee. Maybe it's. I'll need to double check that. I have set. I did have a reasoning for doing that. So, but it's in the
Oh,
earlier part of the day, so people can read it. It's maybe a 5 to 8 minute read, I would think. But there's some links to some other resources if people want to delve a little deeper. But I'm making sure that every newsletter hopefully contains a ton of value, and where people can take some action and actually, some of the action steps are going to be completely free as well. You're not always going to have to buy something to create the a privacy step. Sometimes it's going to be free stuff in there as well. So I'm really hoping that it resonates with everyone. But yeah, it's going to come out earlier part of tomorrow, and I hope it's something that people will look forward to every Friday, and they can always come back to the website if they want to touch base with it. It's going to be expanding all the time. So I really hope it's going to be a one-stop shop for people to learn about this stuff and create some freedom and privacy for themselves and their family going forward. So it's been fun talking about it tonight. It's the first time I've spoken about it. So this is kind of like a soft launch, as I was saying earlier. And I'm
nice.
looking forward to hearing feedback on it.
So I can tell you this, man. Really looking forward to it. And next stream, what you ought to do, and I'm gonna challenge you. Let's do a how to use Cake Wallet how to purchase a gift card.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. I think that'd be a really good thing. I think it's going to blow a lot of people's minds actually on what people can do with crypto and not have to go through a bank or not have to, anything like that. And I think like we said at the start of the video, it's going to be really good for people to know how to use it if they ever need it. It might not be something they want to use every week, but there may come a time when you need to have it to, So yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I'd like to do that. I'm a big supporter of Cake Wallet.
It's good to have a base knowledge of how it works. So if you ever go, I really need that to get to where I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah. If you get stuck without gas, if you get stuck without food, if you've got Amazon and you've got Walmart, there's not much you can't get on there if you ever really needed it. And those are two of the most common gift cards you can buy with Cake Wallet. Most countries accept those. Just a little drop down. You look at what country you're in, you'll see what's available. There's restaurants on there. There's gas stations. There's just so much stuff on there that you can just buy gift cards. I've done it so many times. I've used it so many times. It works absolutely beautifully. They've even got support in the app as well if you've got any questions. It's I think it's Vic Sharma, I think is the head guy over at Cake Wallet, and he does a lot for crypto, especially like the privacy sort of side of things, because like you can hold Litecoin, you can hold Bitcoin, you can hold multiple things in Cake Wallet, but first and foremost it's like a Monero wallet, but you can open separate wallets. They've got some really, really cool stuff. So I don't get paid to talk about them, but I'm a big fan of them. And like you said, we can show people how to use the wallet, and it's free to use. So why not? Why not? I think it's a lot of value can be garnered from that.
Yeah. All right, guys. You got 15 seconds, and then we're going to sign off and go be with the wife and kids in our respective parts of the world.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
But you can see, guys, on the screen, these are our two babies that we've got going right now. Make sure you go to sovereignCity.xyz. Make sure you go to nftree.net. If you're trying tree-token.net, it is down right now. So this is your backup URL to go to. Make sure you sign up for Millionz Dispatch. That's the email, and he'll be sending it out every Friday. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And make sure, guys, while SUI is down, that you pick up an NF It's going to give you access to the game that I currently have out now that's being upgraded. And there's going to be more features coming out on it. And we've got several more utilities coming out. Make sure you buy some tree because you're going to need it for the game to give yourself a little bit more features to unlock. So, yeah. So that's Millionz, you got anything?
No, I think we've covered tons of cool stuff tonight. So if you're watching live, thank you very much. If you're watching on the rerun, we appreciate it. So hit the like, drop a comment in, whatever. But we do appreciate your support. So thank you to everyone for joining us on this cool little chat we've had tonight. So Peter, it's been a pleasure as always, mate.
Yeah, man. So make sure you follow us both on X. I am at Thiquidity. It's ThickQuidity. And Millionz at True Millionz, as you can see right there on his profile. And we might be back next Thursday. We'll be sure back the Thursday after that. And once we lock that date in, we'll have it scheduled on my channel, which is the Crypto Arborist, and on Millionz channel as well. Make sure you subscribe to us both because, I'll leave you with this. The community section in YouTube just got an upgrade. Got to check it out. It's a good place to consider starting to post.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, because I've got tons and tons of X posts that I've been putting out recently. So I'll have a look at that after this. I need to go and order some food. I think I don't fancy cooking tonight. I don't think the missus fancies cooking, so I think we're going to order in, and I'll check that out, Peter. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I shall look at that.
All right, Millionz. I'm gonna end this stream, then I'll have a hopefully a brief chat with you in 30 seconds. Take care, guys. See you in the next video.
Peace.